Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be giving my match predictions for round 4 FA Cup fixtures. And if we get anything like we just saw in round 3, we are in for some amazing games. We saw Man City destroy Chelsea. We saw teams like Liverpool have to play a replay against Wolves to beat them at Molineux. We also saw other teams get knocked out like Newcastle against Sheffield Wednesday. So if we see more upsets, more spoilers, more party poopers, we are in for some amazing games. And I don't think it's going to disappoint. We got Manchester City versus Arsenal in round 4 of the FA Cup already, the two best teams in the country. We got Brighton versus Liverpool, and we know what happened the last time these two teams played off. We also got teams like Manchester United versus Reading. Could Reading pull off an upset and beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, where we know this is a tall task to handle? However, before I go into this video, give my match predictions, you know what I'm going to say. Make sure you guys like, comment, and hit that big subscribe button right there. And make sure you guys in the comment section give me your own predictions. What do you think is going to be happening in round 4 of the FA Cup? So the first game I'm going to be predicting is Friday Night Football. It has to be this one. It is literally Manchester City, the English champions, versus Arsenal, who are top of the Premier League table as we speak. And if you have expectations when it comes to this game, it should live out to be a footballing spectacle between two of the best teams in the Premier League as we speak, facing off in the FA Cup. It's going to be a magnificent game. Both teams are going to be looking to play in the front foot, control, retain possession, break the lines, passing through the eye of the needle to their creative players to create chances. It's going to be an amazing game, an amazing fixture, and let's just hope it lives up to the expectations. And going into this game, I think it's dead even. We know Manchester City are not as good as Arsenal this season since Arsenal top of the league. However, when it comes to FA Cup competitions, domestic competitions, you need depth, you need an abundance of talent within your squad to replace defenders, midfielders, strikers within your starting 11. And we know Manchester City have this. Is this going to be one of those games where Mikel Arteta is going to be thinking, I'm going to have to rotate since I've been playing my starting 11 pretty much into the ground this season, not really rotating that much? Or would he be thinking, look, this is a mock test, let's see how much we've actually come facing the English champions within this game to see how we would fare when it comes to a Premier League game between us and them. Let's see if we can live up to the challenge. We know momentum is key within the Premier League title race, so Mikel Arteta may be eager to play his starting 11 within this FA Cup round. And even if Mikel Arteta does rotate, I don't think it's going to be massive changes, especially to the core, to players like Saliba, Partey, Odegaard, because we know they have been key to Arsenal's success this season. I think it's going to be not bit pot players, but the players who are not as important. Players like Martinelli will be replaced with players like Trossard, where we know the difference will not be that much in terms of a drop-off. We know Tomiyasu can do a job at right back instead of Ben White. So these will be the little subtle changes I'll be expecting. But when it comes to the core of the team, if Arsenal not playing that core, they have no chance against Manchester City, even if they rotate, because like I said, we know Manchester City got talented players for days like Alvarez, who's been sensational this season, especially in the World Cup. Also other players like Cole Palmer, a youth academy project who we know whenever he comes in, he's a seamless fit. Foden as well. So honestly, Manchester City got so much talent which Arsenal do not have at their disposal to keep the quality within the side. I feel like Arsenal do have the advantage. Due to Pep Guardiola's, I don't know if it's arrogance or eagerness, he just wants to keep changing his back four, never allowing it to settle down. With Arsenal scoring goals for fun, they're going to be relishing this opportunity to take advantage of a back four which literally rotates every game. You haven't really built relationships, familiarity like they have done in the past. So honestly, Arsenal will have a great opportunity here. However, we can't underestimate Manchester City, especially since they're playing a footballing side who will be looking to have a high line, demand their presence within Manchester City's half. This is going to leave holes for players like Alvarez, Haaland to literally break through, which they have struggled parts this season whenever they have played against low blocks. Arsenal will not be doing this, so this may play into their advantage as well. However, overall, I feel like this game just comes down to whichever side plays their style of football better, who passes it better, who moves better, who quickens the pace in transitions better, obviously who's more dynamic, more quick, who's going to create more chances, since we know both teams like to dominate and monopolize the ball. Whoever's on the front foot more are going to have more chances to score goals. However, at the end of the day, I'm going to be sitting on the fence. I feel like both teams are going to be quite evenly matched, and I can't see Arsenal as of yet beating Manchester City at the Etihad. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw within this fixture. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Brighton versus Liverpool, and straight away, I don't see how on earth Liverpool have any opportunity of actually winning this game to go through to the round 5 of the FA Cup. And I told you last time these teams played, Brighton were absolutely going to destroy, make a mockery out of Liverpool, because Liverpool are not as good as Brighton as we speak so far, as we have seen in the Premier League, and when they have faced off each other. Brighton have accumulated 4 points of Liverpool this season, which is pretty much unheard of since we know Liverpool in the past have been quite dominant. They have been a shell of themselves. They have not been able to live up to the expectations of last season's before. They look tired, they look jaded. The players suddenly have grown so much in the space of 6 months. I don't know how, and we're just not playing as a team, and we have so many vulnerabilities which teams have exploited. Brighton did it within their last game, and I feel like De Zerbi is going to be cunning and smart enough to operate the exact same tactics to get the exact same joy to be able to win this game. We know Brighton love to occupy possession. They love to dominate the ball. They love when teams press them so they can knock the ball around them to be able to take advantage of gaping holes in behind. We saw it in the game against Liverpool. We know Liverpool do not have Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino, Mohamed Salah, the kings of pressers a few years ago. Their press has been disjointed, especially when you have old midfielders within the midfield who are the second phase of the press. It's so easy to pass around them, rings around them. Caicedo, McAllister, Gross, they're going to do this for fun, and honestly, Liverpool will be picked apart yet again, especially down the fullback areas. We know Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold love to push forward. We know Matoma and Jesse Marsch have fundamentally become so significant to how to play De Zerbi football. Stay high and wide, challenging your fullbacks every opportunity you have, and we know Trent Alexander-Arnold is not one of the best defenders when it comes to one-on-one defending. So going into this game, Brighton have all the ingredients to literally take advantage of Liverpool. However, I don't think it's going to be utter humiliation. I feel like Liverpool do have characters within the squad which will be eager to motivate the players that we cannot let the exact same performance happen yet again. So they'll be motivated and determined within the aspect of the game. But on the quality and class aspect, Liverpool do not have this to literally keep up with Brighton within this game. Brighton have been absolutely magnificent this season, getting key victories against higher level teams. And since Liverpool are not of that high standard, how can I expect them to beat Brighton within this fixture? I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory for Brighton within this game. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Manchester United versus Reading. And we know Manchester United going into this game are their favourites. They're literally the better side. They're the 4th best team within the Premier League as we speak, the 4th best team in the country. So Reading do have their work cut out. But the thing is which Reading should be excited and happy about is that Manchester United obviously have a thin squad. Since they have Barcelona coming up in the next few weeks or so, since they got the Carabao Cup in the semi-finals against Nottingham Forest, there's so many fixtures which are just getting thrown in their faces, and we know Manchester United do not have the depth to rotate that heavily, and even if they do, the quality is going to be a massive drop-off. Yes, Manchester United have been magnificent ever since the World Cup ended and they've returned to Premier League football, but it feels like they've been quite Marcus Rashford-centric when it comes to scoring goals, and if he's not there, their danger threat, one of their best players on that wing, where are the goals going to come from? I like Garnacho, but he's still young, he's still raw. Is he going to be able to take the game by the scruff of the neck against Reading? I don't know. Alanga's going to be coming in. I'm guessing players like McTominay and Fred will be starting within this game to replace Casemiro and Eriksen, who are going to be more important for further fixtures ahead. So when you replace these sort of players who have been magnificent for Manchester United, fundamentally changing how they are playing compared to last season, I don't see how Manchester United will be able to maintain the qualities they have ever since they returned back from the World Cup. I can see Manchester United fielding out a team which wouldn't even get into the top 10 of the Premier League. Would Weghorst start again, try to get his confidence going since he hasn't scored a goal for Manchester United yet. He's only scored 2 goals in 20 games in the Premier League, as we have seen. We're going to make that 22 ever since he's joined Manchester United. However, due to the luck of the draw, like it always is when it comes to Manchester United, they are playing at home, and their home record in cup competitions and in the Premier League has been very good. It's starting to feel like the theatre of nightmares when it comes to teams travelling to Old Trafford. So Manchester United can hang their hat to this as well. And going into this game, Reading hasn't been in good form as well themselves. Only winning 1 out of their last 5 games. Not really feeling that confident going into this one, especially against a very good side who have been performing well within the Premier League. I think Manchester United will just have enough to get a goal to win this game. Defensively, they're sound, they're solid, they're strong. I think they'll be able to win this game against Reading 1-0 to go into the round 5 of the FA Cup. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Preston versus Spurs, and this should be self-explanatory, right? It should be quite straightforward that Tottenham Hotspur will get the job done. But in Spursy fashion, as we always know when it comes to this side, they are so unpredictable. We do not know what side of the bed they'll be waking up on, feeling confident, feeling not as great. We don't know what side will turn up. And we have seen it throughout the Premier League this season. We've seen it in the Carabao Cup against Nottingham Forest. We just don't know what side will turn up, and this will play into the advantage of Preston North End themselves. However, going into this game, it's undeniable that Tottenham will be the favourites. We know Antonio Conte is going to take this competition so seriously. Come on, Tottenham have not won a trophy for the last 13-15 years, however long the trophy drought has been, and he knows that winning a trophy will make him a Tottenham legend, in fact. So he's going to be starting his strongest lineup, just like he did against Portsmouth, bringing his big hitters like Harry Kane, who's been one of the best players within the Premier League this season, scoring 16 goals. Kulusevski coming back from injury, and we know how dynamic and a great dribbler he has been on the right-hand side, causing mayhem to left-back defenders. We also know Bentancur's returning as well. He's pivotal to their build-up play, getting it to the strikers, the forwards to score goals. So Tottenham do have the talent, they do have the weapons, they do have the ingredients to really hurt Preston North End to get a result. However, with Tottenham Hotspur fashion, their defence is very shaky. We saw it against quality teams like Manchester City, conceding 3 or 4 goals in 15-20 minutes, which is quite embarrassing. And I know Manchester City is one of the best teams in the Premier League. However, Tottenham Hotspur's defence overall do not fill you with great confidence. However, Preston North End are going to be home. The fans are going to be up for this one. It's going to be an electric atmosphere, 6 p.m. on a Saturday, and the players are going to be relishing this opportunity, playing against a top 6 side. So Spurs should expect them to give them their best. However, Spurs should just have enough quality to win this game. If they don't, I wouldn't be shocked because it is Tottenham Hotspur. But come on, they have quality, they have enough class within that side to win this game, to march on into round 5 of the competition. I just can't see Preston rising to Premier League standards. I know they beat Huddersfield 3-1 in the previous round 3 of the FA Cup, but this is different levels. It's just too much of a jump for Preston North End to handle. I can't see anything but a Tottenham win. I'm going to be predicting a 1-0 away victory in boring Tottenham fashion under Antonio Conte. So the next game I'm going to be predicting is Derby County versus West Ham. And going into this game, the favourites will be West Ham. The bookies will make them that, since they are the Premier League side, since they have way better quality, established internationals within the side, whereas Derby, we know, just got relegated and they are not up to the levels of a Premier League side like West Ham. However, West Ham do have their work cut out. Derby has been performing well in League One, 4th currently within the table, 4 wins out of their last 5, remaining undefeated within their last 5. So they're entering this game with confidence, high spirits, that they can potentially win this game, especially since they'll be notified of how poor West Ham have actually been this season. I know they improved against Everton within their last fixture, winning 2-0 at the Olympic Stadium. However, let's be honest, this hasn't been a representation of how well West Ham have been this season. This is actually just giving David Moyes a little bit of a lifeline of how poor they have been. So entering this game, I can't imagine Derby County sitting back, allowing West Ham to play, break them down to score goals. I see them literally being on the front foot, really challenging West Ham, be physical, see what they're really about, since they will be low of confidence of how poor they have been this season. Derby are home. We always know when it comes to a lower league side, that gives them the advantage because they're facing a Premier League side, an established one, who we know have great players individually. I know West Ham have better players, but I don't know what version of that side I will be getting against Derby. However, going into this game, I can't deny there's going to be a goal for talent because of West Ham players. Individually, they have the players to win this game away from home, so I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. However, I think West Ham will win. I feel like they may be lucky since Derby have their attention elsewhere, playing Port Vale within this fixture today. So West Ham might be getting a little bit jaded, a little bit tired, lifeless Derby side in this game on Monday. So I'm going to be predicting a 2-0 victory for the away side West Ham within this fixture.